Long before destiny tied their paths together, three lives unfolded across a war-torn continent. A monster hunter with no home, a sorceress chasing power, and a princess running from fate. This is the story of The Witcher, Season 1. We begin with Geralt of Rivia, the White Wolf, a mutated monster slayer wandering from town to town, sword in hand, emotion locked away behind his amber eyes. In the opening, he battles a creature called a Kikimora deep in a swamp, earning his reward not in gold, but suspicion and hate from the villagers he protects. Because in this world, humans fear what they don't understand, and no one understands a Witcher. Geralt's life is one of constant motion. From dingy taverns to haunted forests, he lives by the code of the coin. He hunts for survival, not glory. Each contract brings a new reminder that the line between man and monster is thin. In Blaviken, he's forced into a brutal confrontation that ends with blood on his hands and a title he never wanted: the Butcher of Blaviken. For Geralt, that moment defines him. A man cursed to do the right thing and be hated for it. Meanwhile, in a distant city, Yennefer of Vengerberg, a hunchbacked farm girl born with a twisted spine, is sold for a few coins to a mage named Tisaya. Her life changes at Aretuza, a brutal magical academy where girls are trained, tested, and transformed, sometimes at terrible cost. Yennefer learns that beauty and power can both be bought, but always with sacrifice. When she undergoes the painful ritual to become beautiful and ageless, she loses the ability to bear children and gains everything she once thought she wanted. But her transformation isn't just physical, it's emotional. She rises from being a powerless girl mocked by everyone to a woman who commands fear and awe. Yet beneath the perfect face lies a deep wound, the memory of the girl she once was, the one no spell could ever erase. As decades pass, Yennefer manipulates kings, survives betrayals, and navigates wars between realms. But power without purpose begins to hollow her from within. Back in Geralt's path, destiny takes another turn. After saving a bard named Jaskier, Geralt gains an unlikely companion, one who won't stop singing about the Butcher of Blaviken. Together, they travel the continent, facing monsters, curses, and the politics of men who are far deadlier than any beast. Through Jaskier's eyes, we glimpse a softer Geralt. Sarcastic, reluctant, even protective. Their adventures turn into the very songs that spread Geralt's name across kingdoms, whether he likes it or not. From dragons in the mountains to cursed princesses turned into strigas, Geralt proves again and again that his greatest skill isn't killing, it's surviving a world that never wanted him. But the real storm brews in Cintra, where Princess Ciri grows up under the watchful eye of her grandmother, Queen Calanthe, the Lioness of Cintra. Ciri's childhood ends in fire and blood when the southern empire of Nilfgaard invades, leaving her city in ruins and her destiny uncertain. Before her grandmother dies, she gives one final order: find Geralt of Rivia. But the girl doesn't know who he is, only that somehow their fates are bound. Ciri's escape is a nightmare of fire and screams. She runs through burning streets, past the bodies of her people, clutching the last shreds of her childhood. Each step takes her deeper into a world she's never known. One filled with bandits, magic, and whispers of her hidden power. As the flames of Cintra fade behind her, a new fire burns within: survival. Through flashbacks and tangled timelines, we see how destiny started weaving long before any of them realized it. Years earlier, Geralt attended a royal wedding in Cintra, where the law of surprise, a strange ancient custom, bound him forever to an unborn child. That child being Ciri. But Geralt never sought her out, believing destiny was just a word used by fools. Meanwhile, Yennefer's story crosses decades. She becomes one of the most powerful sorceresses on the continent, manipulating kings and councils, but growing more disillusioned with every passing year. Despite her power, the one thing she can't control is her longing. For love, for motherhood, for meaning. Her path finally collides with Geralt's when the two meet during a hunt for a cursed djinn, and that encounter changes them both forever. Their bond is passionate, chaotic, and impossible to define, a mix of love, magic, and tragedy. The djinn grants wishes that twist fate itself, and in one impulsive moment, Geralt's wish ties their destinies together. Neither of them knows if it's love or magic that binds them, but both understand it's something neither can undo. They fall, they fight, they burn, always drawn back to one another like two stars caught in the same orbit. While Geralt and Yennefer drift in and out of each other's lives, Nilfgaard continues its unstoppable conquest. The mages of the north, led by Tissaia and the powerful sorcerer Vilgefortz, gather for a final stand at Sodden Hill, a battle that will decide the fate of the continent. Yennefer, standing atop the fortress, channels devastating fire magic, sacrificing everything to hold the enemy back. The sky burns, the world trembles, and when the smoke clears, Yennefer is gone. It's a moment that defines her legend. A woman who gave up everything she built to protect a world that never deserved her. For Geralt, who feels her loss even from afar, it's another reminder that destiny never gives without taking something back. As the war rages on, Ciri runs through the forest, hunted and alone. Her journey is full of terror and loss, but it's also where she begins to realize her own power, something ancient and wild that even she doesn't understand. Her dreams and visions whisper a single name: Geralt. At last, destiny catches up. In the final moments of the season, Geralt, wounded and delirious, stumbles upon a refuge in the woods. And there, he finds the girl he never thought he'd meet. Ciri looks up at him, eyes filled with recognition, and asks the question that seals their fate. Who is Yennefer? The Witcher's first season ends not with closure, but with destiny fulfilled and countless questions left burning. A monster hunter, a sorceress, and a princess. 3 paths forever bound by chaos, war, and the magic that rules them all.